Today we're going to feature a behind-the-scenes look with Vinify, a custom crush facility that is doing Olson Ogden wines among 24 other wineries. So you'll get to see what happens outside the vineyard. So today we're featuring Olson Ogden wine. I'm sitting here with John Ogden, and I want you to tell me a little bit about how you formed the winery, why you formed the winery, and what everyone can look forward to in the tasting.
Sure. Yeah, I was working in technology in the 90s, late 90s, and I just moved out to California in 1997. So when I got out here, it was sort of like, wow, there's all these great wines I've never heard of. And so started out more as an enthusiast, started collecting.
Was there any aha moment like that?
Yeah, actually, it's funny. It happened in Miami, Florida, of all places.
Okay.
I was on vacation. We're in a restaurant, and I'm looking at the wine list. Not really recognizing much California wine, but I saw a Petite Syrah by Fife Vineyards on there, and I said, well, let's try that. And tasted it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is just mind-blowing. And that was kind of like the aha moment where you kind of look back and go, how did I get to here? I can trace it back to kind of there. That was the start of it. I actually got to meet my now partner, Tim Olson, through an acquaintance. He was making wine at another winery and was kind of looking to move on, and I was really interested in getting in the business, so we started talking, got to know each other. We have some common interests, and that's kind of how the business got started.
We source our vineyards from Napa, Sonoma, and Mendocino. We're right here in the heart of Sonoma County. And this particular wine actually is a blend of all of them. We usually have some wines and some blends in there that most people aren't familiar with, so it gives us something to talk about, and it's, makes it kind of interesting.
And with the 09 vintage, we started playing around with the final blends, and kind of came up with this blend. We thought, hey, this would be a really fitting wine to name after Milla again, so we decided to go for it again.
Correct. And the 2009 Milla's blend, named after your daughter, who is extremely involved, and apparently Tim couldn't get the job done without her. So tell me a little bit about how that came about and why it's named after her.
Early on, she was a visitor to the winery. She really liked coming. She's an explorer by nature, so coming to a winery, her eyes would get very big, and and of course Tim was very accommodating. He would let her kind of come in and work on the pallet jacks and be very safe, but at the same time let her get involved. And so she was just a constant companion, I guess, up here, and really seemed to enjoy it, and we thought it was very fitting to name a wine for her. Tim and I have always been in agreement that we want to give back to the community, and so we like a lot of wineries, we get asked for a lot of donations, and we can't always satisfy them. We do the best we can, but when we heard about Cellar Angels, we thought, wow, this is it's a great way to kind of accomplish a lot of things all at once. We like the fact that we can introduce Olson Ogden to a new set of people, and then we can also help charity in the process. And so it's a somewhat of a streamlined approach.
So there you have it, a behind-the-scenes look at a custom crush facility. And I really hope you enjoyed meeting John and Tim from Olson Ogden, because this is where it all happens, in a facility like this, where you take the love of the vines, make it all come together for a great cause. Thanks for all your help.